We've all kind of just accepted that roofs have a shelf life. They get old, they get worn down, and then comes that dreaded day when you have to fork over a ton of money for a full replacement. But what if that whole idea is just plain wrong? Seriously, think about it for a second. Your roof is, say, 10, 15 years old. It's not leaking, nothing's falling apart, but it's getting up there. Does that automatically mean it's time to tear it all off and dump it in a landfill? It's a question thousands of homeowners just like you are asking every single year. And the answer to that question usually comes with a pretty terrifying price tag. We're not talking a little bit of money here. We're talking $20,000 or more for a full roof replacement. I mean, that's one of the biggest, most stressful checks a homeowner ever has to write. But hang on. What if there was another option? A way to completely dodge that huge bill, skip the mess, and get this, potentially make your current roof even better than a brand new one. Let's dig into how that's even possible. So this brings us to what we can call the roof replacement dilemma. And as anyone who's been through it knows, the problem is way, way bigger than just the money. A full tear-off is a complete nightmare. You've got days of just constant, loud banging right over your head. You've got these giant, ugly dumpsters sitting on your lawn, killing the grass. Your whole life is just turned upside down, and it all ends with you paying that one massive bill. It's a headache, to say the least. But technology has a funny way of solving old problems. And in this case, the solution is coming from some seriously cutting-edge science. And this is the core idea behind a technology called Go Nano New Roof. It's not just a coating that sits on top of your shingles. No, this stuff actually gets inside them, creating what somebody perfectly called protective asphalt on steroids. And it does it at the molecular level. How cool is that? Now, this isn't some kind of weird science fiction. It's nanotechnology. And we're talking about a proven science that organizations you've definitely heard of, like the US military, Mercedes-Benz, GE, have poured billions into, all to create materials that are just flat out better, stronger, and last longer. And you can see this isn't some fly-by-night operation. Go Nano launched its main product back in 2019, got a huge boost on Dragon's Den in 2023, and they're on track to have over 375 certified contractors by 2025. This thing is growing, and it's growing fast. And the proof is right here. We're not talking about a handful of people trying this out. Over 50,000 homeowners across North America have already used this technology on their homes. That is a huge vote of confidence. Okay, so this leads us to a pretty bold, almost unbelievable claim. Can this nanotechnology treatment really make your old roof better than a brand new one? It's a totally fair question, right? How in the world could something you spray on a 15-year-old shingle make it perform better than one that just rolled off the factory line? Well, to answer that, we've got to look at the actual data. And this is where it gets really, really interesting. So look at a typical new shingle. Sure, it passes the standard tests. Of course it does. But now look at what happens to an old shingle after it's been treated with Go Nano. It doesn't just pass, it exceeds the standards. Its impact resistance jumps up a whole class. Its wind resistance, it can handle winds over 110 miles per hour, nearly double a standard shingle. And it even becomes hydrophobic, meaning it actively pushes water away. Oh, and that's not all. The treatment also helps those little protective granules stick to your shingles way better. It slashes the risk of shingles getting ripped off in a storm by up to 35%. Plus, it actually suffocates the algae and moss that cause those ugly black streaks on your roof. All right, so now you might be thinking, okay, I'm sold, but which one do I need? Well, Go Nano has made it super simple. There are really just two main options. The two products are called New Roof Revive and New Roof Fortify, and they're designed for two very different situations. And it all comes down to how old your roof is. And honestly, the choice couldn't be easier. If your roof is older, maybe showing a little wear and tear, you're gonna want Revive. If your roof is pretty new and you want to keep it that way for as long as possible, that's what Fortify is for. Simple as that. So here's the easiest way to think about it. Revive is the cure. It takes an older roof, up to about 15 years, and gives it a complete refurbishment to make it better than new. Fortify, on the other hand, is all about prevention. It's like getting rust-proofing on a brand new car. You're just protecting your investment from day one to slow down aging and make it last longer. So when you boil it all down, it comes back to one incredibly powerful idea for you, the homeowner. And here it is, the big one, the money. A Go Nano new roof treatment typically costs 75% less than a full tear-off and replacement. Let that sink in. You're not just saving your roof, you're keeping thousands and maybe even tens of thousands of dollars right in your pocket. And the process itself, it's just so simple. You keep the roof you have. A certified contractor shows up and applies the treatment, and that's it. You're done. You get a protected, supercharged roof for years to come, and you get to completely skip all the noise, the mess, and the insane cost of replacement. And that really says it all, doesn't it? Why would you waste a fortune and go through all that hassle to replace a roof that might have years and years of life left in it? This kind of technology basically proves that now you just don't have to. It really makes you wonder what other huge home expenses are going to become totally optional next.